penis will become flaccid within 10 minutes. If it does not become flaccid within 10 minutes, then repeat the injection, diluted phenylephrine or diluted adrenaline, and give cold sponging to the local part, and it will become flaccid. And to the chairperson, I'm here with you to deal with how to deal with the priapism. Priapism is the most difficult part in the sexology. Most of the doctors have faced the priapism at any time of the patient, so they have stopped giving the injection of intracavernous injection of vasoactive drug. As Dr. Tyagi said, they are giving the papaverine. But nowadays, we are giving the other injection, that is papaverine, Bimix, Trimix, and PGE1, which is the most latest. What is priapism? Painful erection over 4 hours, no stimulation. Definition of the priapism: persistent erection not accompanied by sexual desire and stimulation, more than 4 hours, corpora cavernosa only, all age groups. Even it can be in the younger age group, and the newborn can be there. In case of sickle cell anemia, peak incidence is of from 20 years to 25, 20 years to 50 years. Younger age groups associated with sickle cell anemia usually pain, except in non-ischemic type. This is the flaccid penis, and this is the erect penis. The 95% of the patients with the ischemic priapism is there. 5% of the patient has got a non-ischemic priapism. Ischemic priapism is an emergency, while non-ischemic priapism is not an emergency. Classification: low flow of ischemic blood, that is veno-occlusion, most common. Painful secondary tissue ischemia. Low flow or ischemic veno-occlusion, most common. Painful secondary to tissue ischemia and smooth muscle. Hypoxia, compartment syndrome is there. Non-ischemic is due to the arterial, less common. Usually regulated cavernous flow, usually not fully erect penis. Low flow or ischemic veno-occlusion, most common. Penis is fully erect. Sludge in the blood within the painful ischemia and smooth muscle. Hypoxia, compartment syndrome, blood gases from the corpora cavernosa. Decreased nitric oxide, platelet aggregation, adhesions in thrombus formation and tissue damage. Causes of low flow priapism: intracavernous injection, just I have told you, that is papaverine, Bimix, Trimix, and PG1. Extremely low incidence with the oral drugs, and it is common with the cocaine, heparin withdrawal, trazolan, and phenothiazine group of the drugs. This is the intracavernous injection, and that is the oral drugs. With oral drugs, it is much more less. Hypoviscosity syndrome, that is sickle cell anemia. 28% of all the cases of priapism is most common cause in the children. 42% incidence in adults with sickle cell anemia. 64% of the incidence in boys with sickle cell anemia. Also affect with sickle cell anemia other hemoglobinopathies, that is thrombophilia. Recurrent episode of priapism can result the enlarged penis, that is fibrotic corpora cavernosa with ED. Neurological causes, they are rare. Lumbar disc lesion, spinal stenosis, seizure disorder, cerebrovascular disease, post-trauma. That is, post-trauma is perineal, groin, and penis usually cause high flow priapism, but can cause low flow due to hematoma. Solid tumor, malignant tumors are there. High flow priapism, that is non-ischemic, that is arterial, less common, and that is not an emergency. There is no emergency, we can treat it. Causes of high flow priapism, that is trauma, very rarely sickle cell disease. That is ischemic priapism. In ischemic priapism, there is corpora cavernosa, testing blood hypoxic and dark in color. The blood gases where it is available, we can measure the blood gases. The PO2 is less than 30 millimeter of Hg, and CO2 is more than 60 millimeter of Hg, and pH is below 7.5. And non-specific priapism, that is corpora cavernosa, testing blood is oxygenated and red. The blood gases, the PO2 is more than 90% millimeter of Hg, and PCO2 is less than 40 millimeter. Equipment we needed for antimicrobial preparation: sterile drapes, sterile gloves, anesthetics, plain lignocaine and syringe and needle for injection, large bore butterfly needle of 21 gauge, blood gas syringes, saline flushes, empty 20 ml and 30 ml syringes, phenylephrine solution, or if phenylephrine solution is not available, we can use adrenaline as well, dressing gauze and the other adherent wraps. Management of the priapism is done by the urologist, and if you are not a urologist, you can also be learn how to treat the priapism. Priapism is to be treated with the high flow priapism is to be treated within the 4 hours. If you are not able to treat the priapism within 4 hours, don't try it. Then send it to the urologist. For that, you have to take 1 ml of phenylephrine, 1 ml of phenylephrine, and dilute it to the 20 ml with saline or distilled water. Inject 1 ml of diluted solution in corpora cavernosa at 2 o'clock position or 10 o'clock position, and give cold sponging. I'm dealing with the practical things. Cold sponging along with that, it will penis will become flaccid within 10 minutes. If it does not become flaccid within 10 minutes, then repeat the injection, diluted phenylephrine or diluted adrenaline, and give cold sponging to the local part, and it will become flaccid. If even still, I have given roughly 5,000 injection of this trimix. Hardly 500 patient I got the priapism. In one patient, I have to drain the blood with 20 gauge of butterfly. Ice pack, just I have told you, you use it. It has got a double effect. This is the corpora cavernosa. This is the corpora cavernosa, and both the corpora cavernosa meet in between. If we inject in any one of the corpora cavernosa diluted phenylephrine, it will pass to the other. In most of the cases, we think that the two corpora cavernosa are totally separate, but it is not the separate, but they are intermingling. And this is the site where they are intermingling. This is the picture of the normal blood picture, and this is the leukemia blood picture. This is the normal capillary, this is the sickle cell anemia. So the blood does not come out of the penis, that is the veno-occlusion. So this is, patient has got the priapism. Contraindication, an ischemic priapism, time is greater than 72 hours, is contraindicated as injection, and aspiration preserve erectile function, and the patient with a erection of greater than 72 hours will not achieve erection originally other than the duration of ischemic priapism. No contraindication exists for performing penile injection and aspiration, as this is a medical problem. This is the ischemic, this is high lactate, low pH with low PCO2. Medications such as phenylephrine or diluted adrenaline, just I have told you, it is to be injected in 2 o'clock position or the 10 o'clock position. This is diagnosis. History of, history. History should be taken very cautiously. We used to avoid the history. If we will avoid the history, we should take the history of the cardiac history is to be taken, history of the sickle cell anemia, history of taking multiple myeloma and this leukemia. In all these cases, the patient will develop the priapism. Thanks. Any question? Any question regarding how to treat the priapism? Yes, sir.
If it is not responding with the injection,
At least,
if priapism is still persisting and it is not responding with the injections,
then we have to refer to the urologist for the internal pudendal
yes,
artery.
we do proximal shunting procedures
Yes.
to deflate the penis. And I did one case where the newly married man, he took 200 milligrams of sildenafil, and then he presented to me after 3 days with the priapism. So after 3 days, the injection will not help. So I did the proximal, the corporoglandular shunt, and then after 6 weeks, I did penile prosthesis. I put a penile prosthesis.
This injection is has got only effect up to 12 hours. Better if you give intracavernous injection, better start giving the antidote after 4 hours. Don't be much more late.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
So can I add something?
Yes.
Sir, with my limited 30 years limited practice as an andrologist, I never ever given adrenaline. Dr. Rupin Shah has taught me slow, extended release. You just put 2 scalp veins into the corpora cavernosum and let it drain themselves, rather than aspirating or flushing with the saline. Because if you immediately try to achieve detumescence, then rapidly the blood will flow. This is what Dr. Rupin Shah's theory of treating a priapism. One patient I did a Algorab shunt, and it's a simple one, just 11 number blade, insert into the glans and rotate it, and then squeeze out the blood, and then it works. This is my experience. I must have treated 15, 20 cases till today.
We have to drain the blood till it comes the red color.
Yes.
If it comes the dark color,
Sir,
then we can continue
Yes,
till it
sir,
comes the red color.
Give it a time, it will drain itself. That's what Rupin Shah says.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
I invite Dr. Madhumina Bahle to felicitate Dr. Tareja, sir.